Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Zach, and this is Preschool Storytime at Hudson Public Library. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, so to start off, we are going to go through a couple books that I would say are good ones to read on this week's topic. All right, so this week, our theme is dogs and puppies. Last week it was cats and kittens, so this week I figured this would be a good one to do. So I've got some real fun books for you. So, first up is My Father the Dog, and this is by Elizabeth Blumel. And this one is a real fun book all about how this kid's dad basically acts just like the dog. And it's just a really fun, silly book, easy to get into. It's got a really unique style to it. Um, so just some things like playing catch and slash fetch, snacks, all sorts of things. So really fun book. All right, so this one is a series that you might be familiar with, but it's the first one in here, and this is in the Clifford the Big Red Dog series. This one is Clifford the Small Red Puppy, and so this is by Norman Bridwell. And this is all about, if you're familiar with Clifford, this is one I grew up on, but it's a story of a just enormous red dog. And this shows that when he was a little puppy, he was just teeny tiny. So see there, just barely even able to get up into the bowl. And it's all about what happens as this dog grows up. So this one is just a classic. And if you do like this one, there are plenty more Clifford books. All right, so next up is When Charlie Met Grandpa. There we go. There was a little reflection on that. And this one is by Amy Hest and Helen Oxenbury. So this one is all about this kid here, their little dog, meeting their grandpa here. And so at first, the grandpa isn't really sure what to think of this dog. He's not really sure if he likes dogs at all. But then he's got some experiences with this dog, and this might change that. So, fun story, just really wholesome. One I'd really recommend. All right, so now this one, it comes from our nonfiction section. And if you don't have a dog, but you kind of are thinking that you might want to get a dog, this is a good one for you. So this one is called Are You Ready for Me? And it's by Claire Buchwald and Amelia Hansen. All right, so this one is all about dogs and the responsibilities that come with them. So responsibility means the things you have to do to take care of them. So this is basically saying, are you up for having a dog? Are you ready to take care of them? So last week we talked about cats and kittens, and cats and kittens are fairly easy to take care of. They don't really take a whole lot. You got to make sure they've got food and water and then clean up their litter, but dogs are a lot more work than that. So this talks about if you are ready to have a dog. So this is a really good one if you're having that conversation all about what details you need to get into with that. So really fun one there. All right, so this next one has just adorable drawings of a dog and really fun paintings, but it is Our Puppy's Vacation, and this is by Ruth Brown. And this is all about a family that goes on vacation and then the different adventures that the dog gets into. And so it is just a really fun time, really cool pictures that it's got. It's all about how everything is new to the puppy. And if you experience going on somewhere different and somewhere new, this is a good way to talk about what those kind of feelings are of, this is different, this is something I haven't experienced before. So this is good for talking about dogs, but it's also good for talking about your own feelings of something new. So it's a good way to get onto that topic. All right, and then this one is also from our nonfiction section, and this one is simply called Dogs, and it's got a wonderful picture on the front here. So this one has some pictures in it but it also has some good drawings. And this one is a really great information book on dogs. So this one will tell you all about the different things you need to know for dogs. Oh, sorry. This one is by Emma Hellbrow, or Brow. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. So all about why do dogs sniff each other? What do dogs do in the wild? Why do dogs like to burrow? What does it mean when dogs wag their tail in a different way? Just a fantastic book that's going to give you a lot of really good information there. All right, so that is all the books that I have to recommend to you today. So now that we have finished with those, now let's move on to the main part of story time. All right, are you ready? All right, I am too. Let's get started. Hello, hello to you and you and you. Hello, hello to you and you and you. A big hello, a small hello, a hi hello, 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 hello to you and you and you. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. So, today we're talking about dogs and puppies. And you know that once I get past my books I recommend to you, I like to get a little bit of movement in here. So, as always, I've got my magic die. There are 6 different sides on this, and whatever side it lands on tells us what movement we need to do today. All right, so let's see what we have. All right, so we've got, that sounds like a nice one today. So we've got 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that one means that we need to stretch. That's a fun one. Nice and relaxing, honestly. All right, so I'm going to get up. All right, so we're standing up here. So when you stretch, then I want you to stretch however you feel good. Make sure that there are people, if there are people around you, make sure you're not hitting them. Notice your neighbors. All right, so what we're gonna start with, let's try to reach up as high as we can, reach up to the sky. Stretch, 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 stretch. All right, and then see if you can touch your toes. So you can do this standing up like I am. You can lean back on something, or you can do it on the ground. Let's see, reach down, and if you can't touch your toes, that's fine. See how far you can get. And maybe you're really flexible. Maybe you can touch past your toes. That's fine too. It's whatever you feel like you can do. All right, so then maybe you could twist. Whatever kind of stretches. Let's see, how wide can you make your arms? That's a really good one. So can you reach out here? Look at that, I can reach past my screen. I can get my fingers just a little bit past the area I'm filming on here. So stretch. Ooh, that one actually felt really good. See if you can pull your arms behind your head. Don't do anything that hurts you. All right, and remember adults, you can always do this too. I think it's honestly a really good thing to get some stretches in throughout the day. All right, so next up, we're gonna make a craft. So you only need a few things for this. All right. So what you will need to make this craft is a brown paper bag. I've just got a small one here, but if you've got a larger one, that'll work too. You'll just be making a larger craft. You need some colored paper. So we're going to be making a dog craft, and the paper is going to be its ears. So I picked just a piece of black construction paper, but whatever color you would like to do, that'll work fine. You'll need a marker like I've got here. I've just got a black Sharpie, and that should work fine. And something to draw with for what you're going to cut out of the paper. And then you're also going to need some scissors. And so remember, we are cutting something out here. So if you have child scissors, then that'll be fine for the little ones. But if you don't, then I would definitely recommend getting the adults to help you cut these things out. And that is all right to ask for help. All right, so I think we're going to test out my artistic skills and get the ears made first. All right, so you're going to need 2 ears, one for each side of the dog. And the easiest way to do that is you're going to fold your paper in half like this. That way you just have to draw and cut once and you'll get 2 ears that look the same. All right, so I folded it hot dog style. The other way would be hamburger style. Whichever way works, as long as you get it halfway, I think that should work fine. I don't know whether people still say that in schools or not, hamburger and hot dog style. I know they did when I was a kid, so if anybody knows, that would be great if you would let me know whether people actually say that anymore. So then I'm going to take my pen here, and just to make it easier for me to cut out, I'm going to draw some ears. So I think you could make some pointed ears if you want, but I think it's going to be fun to make a dog with some nice floppy ears. All right, so and then I'm going to cut this out. So remember, you can ask for help from the big people in getting this cut out. And if it's not perfect, that is okay. Oh, and you're going to need glue. I forgot to say that you're going to need glue. All right, so hold on here real quick. All right, so now I've got both sides of my dog ears cut out. So then you're going to attach them just like this onto the side here. All right, so then you've got them glued on there. You can just use a glue stick, or if you have some just plain table glue, that'll work as well. And then you're going to draw the face. All right, so I think the first thing you'll want to start with is the eyes. So make them a little bit below the ears, and I like to draw them as ovals, but however you want to draw the eyes, that'll work too. I'm going to make it have a little bit bigger eyes than that. All right, so at first I drew just little solid black eyes, but then I drew a circle around that. So however you want to make their eyes, that is fine. All right, so then you're going to start with the nose. So the nose will be between the 2 eyes and a little bit below that. And it's going to be like you've got a circle, but with the top part cut off. So let me show you that. So it's sort of like the letter D. If you know how a letter D is, it's like a letter D with the round part pointing down and the flat part on top. So let me show you that here. So there, we've got like that. So you see it's just like a D, but then filled in. All right, now we're going to finish that with the mouth. And to make the mouth, you're going to make a line down, and then it's going to curve. So if you know how to write a J, it's going to be a lot like a J. So let me show you what I mean. All right, So it sort of looks like a coat hook too. So whoop and whoop. And then there you go. That is your dog craft. So this is a paper bag puppy puppet. And you can also open it up and use it like a puppet. All right, so that is our craft for today. I think that looks super cute. So we've got that done. So I think let's get a little bit more movement in, and then we'll finish up with the song. That sound good to everyone? All right, wonderful. All right, so let's see what we're gonna do now. All right, so we got a 1, so count it, 1. Oh man, that's an easy one to count. So now that one is jumping, and I think that one is really fun. So let's get up again. And remember, if you can't get up, that's fine too. You can do this as fast as you can. All right, so now you are going to get up and you're gonna jump around. So we're gonna do this for 10 seconds. So remember, if you've got neighbors, be nice to them, be considerate, and make sure that you're not hitting them. But other than that, have fun with jumping. So let's go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can do jumping jacks. 8, 9, 10. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. So next up, we're gonna finish with the song. I just keep looking at my puppy puppet. This is so fun. I think this just looks so cute. All right, so now we are going to end with a classic song, and that is Bingo. So I know that some of you probably already know this one. It is a classic for a reason, but I'm going to sing it, and it's one that you can follow along with. So I'm going to grab some more water real quick. All right, so this is a song about a dog named Bingo. Let's pretend this is Bingo. Alrighty, are you ready? Are you sure? All right, let's go. There was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, now we're gonna sing the name. B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O. So you hear that we repeat that? And Bingo was his name-o. All right, so now we're gonna change the song up just a little bit. So now we're gonna start replacing letters with a clap. So let's go. All right, so there was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo was his name-o. I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name-o. All right, you ready for verse 3? Let's go. There was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo was his name-o. N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name-o. All right, let's keep going. There was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo was his name-o. G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name-o. I lost my place there a little bit. All right. There was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo was his name-o. Oh, 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 and Bingo was his name-o. Okay, one more. There was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo was his name-o. And Bingo was his name-o. All right, thank you everyone so much for joining me. My name is Mr. Zach. This has been Hudson Public Library's Preschool Storytime. And I want to thank you again so much for joining me today. And so this has been Dogs and Puppies Storytime at Hudson Public Library. Last week was Cats and Kittens. And coming up next week, we're going to be talking about chickens. So bye-bye. Bye.